this is her very first day at the Minnesota Legislature. How was it?
It was pretty exciting. It felt great to walk onto the floor for the first time and to see my name up on the voting board. And I was expecting probably an hour or so, but we went for three. So.
Yeah. What were you surprised by the 3 hour length?
Well, I have to say I was surprised that we were having such a rigorous debate over something that I think. It's pretty clear for me as a DFLer what I think needs to happen, which is we need to pass a clean bill to get, unemployment benefits to folks on the range. We're literally keeping food off the table for children and families, and I don't think that's right.
You're right. She started her first day right to the talking, which is you've been well trained. Did they school you in caucus on this? Did Winkler, did he give you some tips?
Well, Winkler certainly, and I definitely have. We have shared values, but different styles. I think, I think those sort of values of making sure that folks have what they need are, I think as we chatted a little bit, but I think those are human values. Those are so.
And what was your sense of the place? I mean, when you come in here, does it feel a little like you're carrying the hopes and dreams and aspirations and responsibilities for the whole community?
Well, I think, yeah. I mean, I'm honored and humbled to be here. I feel really lucky to be able to represent District 46A, and it's a place where I grew up, and a place where I feel a lot of responsibility for.
Tell people a little bit about the cities.
Yeah, so District 46A is St. Louis Park, Golden Valley, Plymouth, and Medicine Lake. And so it's a long district, and we're becoming increasingly diverse, and it's a special place. And of course, I need to say the best district in Minnesota, right?
Yeah, that will get you future votes.
That's right.
So what do you expect, and what do the Democrats expect to accomplish this session? Lots of stuff coming up, and big session, right?
Absolutely.
We're in a budget year.
So, my hope is that, and I think everyone's hope is that we get a tax bill and a transportation bill. My primary focus this session will be working to pass paid family leave. I think Minnesotans shouldn't have to choose between a paycheck and caring for their family. So that's will be my primary piece, and making sure that we're getting support to our littlest Minnesotans and and children and families. So that'll be, I think, my priority, and that aligns well with the priorities of our caucus. We got 10 weeks. It's not a whole lot of time, which means we're gonna have to put our heads down and get to work. And I think that's what Minnesotans want. I do have some concerns about lack of access to the Capitol,
Yes.
both for citizens, for the public to be able to come in and meet with us there. It's kind of a maze right now, and also lack of access for the media as well, which is how the public gets their information. So it's going to be important for folks to come to the state office building and the Senate office building and engage with us as much as possible. Yeah, so it'll be an interesting first session. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a nice segue.
Yeah, you bet.
I would ask you more about that, but I actually want to ask you some other questions about when you came up here, when you watched the legislature in action before you got elected. Who were the people that you sort of looked up to? I mean, that are here, like. Was it Paul Thiessen, Aaron Murphy? Who are your?
Yeah, I mean, of course, Paul and Aaron. Ryan and I worked really closely together, so I'm excited to be here. And the only bummer is that he's not here with me.
Well, he used to be able to mix it up quite well with the Republicans. Are you going to be looking to do the same? You'll have to. Your attire will.
That's right.
Very well.
Well, I think for me. I came from work with Children's Defense Fund, and we worked across the aisle a lot, and that's my hope, and I think that's the hope of Minnesotans, is that we figure out how to work together and get stuff done. And
did Winkler give you any tips on who the Republicans were you could expect to work together with, and who to avoid?
No, we didn't talk about that. No.
Okay. Well, yep. So anyway, apart from that stuff that you want to get done, what was your sense of the place? You've been to a caucus yet, right? This was your first, or did they have a pre-session caucus?
We did pre-session caucus.
sure,
Yep.
right.
So, that was good. And, today really felt like the first day of school and
Yes.
kind of,
Sure.
learning where everything is. And I was fortunate to have some relationships with folks before I got here. So it's building on those relationships, but also getting to know my new colleagues as well.
Yeah.
But I think, everyone's here because they want to do the right thing and do good stuff for their district and for Minnesota. And sometimes we just have different paths to get there. And,
Sure.
my hope is that we're able to find some common ground to get stuff done.
Good. And so was there any discussion about as you go into the session, what the main strategies will be in terms of budgeting?
Well, I mean, I think, again, that's sort
Special
of,
session?
yeah, I would be disappointed if we had a
Yeah.
special session. I think we should be able to get it.
There's always
Get
a
it
little
all done.
brinksmanship at the end.
Yeah. I'm sure that people don't want to see what happened last year at the end. That was, for lack of a better, term, a hot mess. And I think, we need transparency, and that wasn't very transparent. So, I think last year there were a lot of bills that were started, and I think there's an opportunity for us to, finish and wrap some of those up. But yeah, transportation, taxes, and making sure that children and families have what they need is,
So kids are you're real.
absolutely.
You're passionate about
For sure.
that issue.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. Any of your own?
I have a 3-year-old daughter, Siobhan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very Irish.
Yes. Yeah. So very Irish
With a
name.
name like Peggy Flanagan.
Yeah, that's right. But her middle name is Mayengan, which
Right.
is wolf in Ojibwe. So we, you kind of mix it up.
Yeah. So yeah, for people who don't know, you're of mixed heritage.
Yeah, so I'm a member of the White Earth Nation. So I'm the second American Indian woman to serve. Susan Allen was
Okay.
the first. So now
Good.
we've got two of us,
Glad
right?
you knew the name.
We've
Yeah.
got the American Indian Caucus
Yeah.
with the two of us.
We've had the African American.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
When it was just two people.
For sure. So I think
Okay.
it's good, and hopefully we'll be able to add a little bit more diversity over the coming years.
Sure. Well, as Minnesota becomes more diverse, so such should.
Absolutely. It should reflect the folks who live here.
So have you reached out, or has any Republican reached out to welcome you yet?
Absolutely. So,
Talk about that. 'Cause we're
yeah.
always trying to talk about the good stories.
For sure. So I've been serving on the select committee on childcare affordability. So with folks on the other side of the aisle, that's chaired by Representative Mary Franson. And
Sure.
so we actually worked together when I was at CDF on some bills for
Did you lobby
childcare.
For the CDF? Okay.
Absolutely. So I was the executive director.
So
So
you
spent
know
some
some
time
of the
down here.
folks up here.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And just, a lot of the Republican folks who are on the committee have been welcoming. And, the meeting
Say
on,
names. Who are some of them?
well, John Kosnick used to be
Okay.
my landlord,
Wow,
which is
okay,
sort of
very
funny.
interesting.
Yeah, so he's been great, and Representative Krisha. And, so I think folks are just, it's a unique place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has the governor extended a welcome to you at all?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Oh, he did.
he
Good.
he
Swung by?
for
Did
sure.
he
Well,
come
he
over
didn't
and
swing
see you?
by,
Did he
no,
invite
but
you to the mansion?
no, not yet.
Okay.
But
Well,
I
that
had a
might be
really great swearing in ceremony since I,
Yeah, that's right.
was able to come in, in a special election. It was really lovely. So people have been really warm and welcoming, and my hope is to be able to make this place warm and welcoming for regular folks
That'd be
too.
great.
Yeah.
And when you last question,
Mhm.
when you take a new job, when you go whatever job you have,
Yeah.
okay, you know about this. But when you have a new job, if the last person, if you knew them, you would text them with questions, or send them an email. Did Winkler?
I might do that. Yep, I may
Belgium?
text him from time to time. Yeah, absolutely. So,
Between waffles?
yeah, that's right. I think that's what he does. Yep, he eats chocolate and
right,
eats
all the
waffles. That's sort of like all he does. But no, he's been really helpful and making sure that I feel prepared and
Give you the lay of the land.
yeah, yep,
Winkler style.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Good.
Yep,
Good.
yeah.
Well, welcome.
Thank you
and,
so much.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot. I
This should be
appreciate it.
great.
Thank you.
This is Marty Owings, the Capitol.